Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a song ranking, which I haven't done in absolutely forever. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be ranking all of the Demon Hunter bonus tracks, which is a bit of a different sort of thing than what I usually do for these kinds of videos, because typically in the past my song rankings have been ranking every song on a particular album, or in some cases like a top 10 or top 15 songs by a particular band. So this one is quite a bit different, but like 15 minutes ago I was listening to a couple of these songs and I was like, you know what, it would be interesting to see how I would rank all of these, because Demon Hunter of course is a fantastic band, and I don't think they ever really have disappointed on their bonus tracks. Sure, some are better than others for sure. Generally they are quite good, and in many cases I think some of the bonus tracks are among the best songs on their respective albums. So yeah, just keep in mind, there are 11 songs here, so there's a pretty decent amount to get through. Keep in mind, I do think all of these songs are at least good. Really, once you get into the top half of the list, I would consider pretty much all of those songs to be great songs. I don't think any of these songs are bad. So kicking off the list at the bottom is the bonus track, the singular bonus track from The World is a Thorn, which is Desire the Pain. Now, I do actually have some difficulty choosing between the bottom 2 or 3 songs on here, but I do feel fairly confident in having Desire the Pain as the weakest. I've just never really returned to this song very much. I mean, it's a good song for sure. I do like that it's sort of similar to a song like I Play Dead in the way that it's basically a ballad, but it does include the scream vocals, which kind of adds an interesting dynamic and maybe a little bit more of an emotional sort of feel to the song, I guess. And the chorus in the song is pretty decent as well. Overall, it's just not one I've ever returned to, so I guess it really isn't too much surprise that what I would consider to be the worst Demon Hunter album, being The World is a Thorn, has the worst bonus track, although my personal least favorite album is The Triptych, which I know is an unpopular opinion, but I would say as a whole the worst one is The World is a Thorn. So, yeah. Next one up is a bonus track from one of my personal favorite Demon Hunter albums, which is No Reason to Exist, which is from the album Storm the Gates of Hell. You guys will see later on that I actually have the other bonus track from this album quite high, so I don't really know what it is with this song, but I've just never really returned to it, much like Desire the Pain. I do enjoy it though. I think kind of the verses are kind of interesting, and I'm not really a fan of the chorus, though. I don't really think it has a particularly great chorus, which to me is one of the things that Demon Hunter always does really well. It is still a good song, just not one of their best bonus songs by any stretch, if you ask me. Next one up, yet another bonus track from one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Demon Hunter album, which is the song Waste Me. Now, I used to actually prefer this song over Helpless Hope, which is the other bonus track from Extremist, but since then Waste Me has grown off me quite significantly, although I do still enjoy it for sure. I'm not sure what it is, but I do actually really like the verses in this song, and the chorus is actually, really the song as a whole I think, but especially the chorus, is very unique for Demon Hunter. It's got a very unique, almost anthemic sort of feel to it, and I do actually like the concept of like the lyrics and, you know, that kind of thing about this song as well. I do think that it's a strong part of the song. Next one up is a song that I have actually heard some fans praise quite a lot, which I've never really understood that much, and that is A Fear I Used to Know, which is one of the bonus tracks from Outlive. This song I used to really love quite a bit, actually. Honestly, I've always preferred Savage over A Fear I Used to Know. Not to say that this is a bad song at all, I think it's actually very good. It does feel kind of like a typical metalcore song to me, just in terms of how it's structured, in terms of the sound of it, you know, all that kind of thing, you know, the chuggy sort of riffs in the verse, and then the sort of high energy, catchy chorus sort of thing. But it is still a really good song, and it does feel a little bit unique for Demon Hunter as well, despite the fact that it does seem to be sort of a more typical metalcore song. But yeah, overall, I really don't have a whole lot to say about this one. It's just kind of there. It's good for sure, but it's never been one that I really cared much to return to. Next one is easily the most popular bonus song, and one of the most popular Demon Hunter songs overall, which is I Am a Stone. Now, this was actually one of my first Demon Hunter songs, and I used to absolutely adore this song. I still really love it quite a lot. and it's certainly very unique for Demon Hunter. It's all strings and vocals, which is a really interesting sort of idea, and it was done very well, I think. And I mean, this is a really good song for sure. I just do personally prefer the rest of their bonus tracks, but this is a really cool song. I really like it a lot. I think it would have been interesting to just like include some acoustic guitar in this song too, just to add a little bit more to it. As it is, I think it's really good. Next one up is, I think, quite an underrated song, which is Helpless Hope from Extremist. This is the other bonus track from Extremist. This is one that I've always really liked. It's probably the most slowest sort of doom and gloom sort of song that Demon Hunter has ever done, or one of them at least. It's just got this very kind of, I don't know about necessarily sad, but just sort of this very almost melancholy sort of feel to it, I think, that I do actually really like. It is, again, very unique for the band. I think a lot of their bonus songs are actually quite unique for them too. I love sort of the verses, how it kind of has some of the different instruments and things in the background that just kind of adds this nice sort of feel and sort of ambient quality or something like that to the song. Ryan's vocals are fantastic. I would say that this is one of my personal favorite vocal performances of his, at least in terms of like their ballads maybe. It's just overall a really good song. Next one up is the other bonus track from Outlive, which is Savage. Not too long ago I probably would have put this song like in the top 3. It is in the top 5, it's at number 5. I do really like this song a lot. Again, very unique for Demon Hunter. It really reminds me a lot of the song What Is Left from True Defiance. It's just kind of this heavy feeling song, but it's not really a heavy song, if that makes sense, which I've always really liked. And I do think this song is quite unique in terms of its structure as well. It just kind of has a very different structure for a Demon Hunter song, I think. And overall, I just really like it. Next one up is the single bonus track from the album War, one of their 2 newest albums, War and Peace. And that is Gunfight. This is actually a song that really surprised me in terms of how good it was. Although it has grown off me a little bit since then, I do think it's really good. Again, I really like the verses here. I really like the sort of guitars sort of towards the beginning of the song and in the verses. It's got this kind of really melodic lead part. The verses just have this really nice sort of sounding singing vocals, and then it goes into some heavier parts. This has some of the most heavy sections in it, I think, that Demon Hunter has done in quite a while. And it's overall just one of those songs that I think really well balances the aggression and the melody, which is like the 2 main sides of Demon Hunter, I guess. They are both very melodic at times and very aggressive at times, and I think this song really blends those 2 things together extremely well. Overall, it is a really good song. Next one up is a song that I would say used to be my number 1, but clearly is not anymore, and that is Grand Finale from Storm the Gates of Hell. Now, this is a song that I used to listen to quite a lot, although I don't listen to it as much now because nowadays I use Spotify to listen to my music. This song is not on Spotify, unfortunately. So I have kind of had to go without this song for some time, but I do still really like it a lot. Again, I like the verses, I like the chorus, although I would say the chorus is probably the weakest part of the song for me. I really like the sort of bridge section, I'm assuming that's what it's called, I think, of this song. It has this kind of interesting part with the harsh vocals, and then it goes into this sort of synth solo, which I don't believe Demon Hunter has really done all that much, but I actually really love that part of the song. It may be my favorite part of the song. I'm not sure why, I just really like that sort of synth solo. And overall, this is just a really good song. In my opinion, it is one of the best songs on Storm the Gates of Hell. I would probably put Grand Finale in the top 3 songs on Storm the Gates of Hell, so I do really enjoy it a lot. Next one up is another one of my first Demon Hunter songs, along with I Am a Stone. Kind of makes sense because it's from the same album, which is What Is Left. Once again, a very unique Demon Hunter song, kind of, again, similar to Savage. It's kind of a heavier feeling song, but not really a heavy song. This song to me just has this really unique feel and vibe to it as kind of a very sort of dark feeling song in a lot of ways. I love Ryan's vocals in the song. I think they sound really awesome, and I really like the chorus as well. Everything about the song I just really like. I think it's one of their most underrated songs as well. Overall, What Is Left is a great song. But number 1, I do have kind of a hard time choosing between this one and What Is Left and Grand Finale. But I decided to go with Tear You Down from Peace. Really the top 3 you could put in any order and I'd probably be fine with it. But today I was just feeling Peace a little bit more, Tear You Down rather. And I do actually really like this song. I think it's one of the best songs on Peace. primarily for the chorus. I think the rest of the song is quite good as well, but I really love the chorus in this song. I really love the vocals. I love the sort of synths in the background, how they sort of incorporate into the song. Just overall, I love the chorus in the song, and that's pretty much the main thing that elevates it for me, despite the fact that I do think the rest of the song is really good. But yeah, again, you could pretty much switch around anything in the top 3 and I'd be totally okay with it. Today I was just feeling Tear You Down a little more. A few days I might say Grand Finale or What Is Left, but for now, I decided to go with Tear You Down. So that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. What are some of your favorite bonus tracks by this band? Are there any other sort of song rankings sort of similar to this that you might like to see? Not necessarily ranking the songs on a particular album, but doing something a little bit different like this would be really cool. So if you have any of those sorts of ideas, let me know in the comments. And that is pretty much it for this video, so I will see you guys next time.